Hello and welcome, dear electronic music addicts, to another episode of the EMA Podcast.
Hi, everyone. We've just come back from the absolute whirlwind that is the Amsterdam Dance Event 2025.
Yeah, what a week. October 22nd to the 26th, Amsterdam basically became the global capital of electronic music for 5 solid days.
It really did. And today, we're going to dive deep. We've got a mountain of material to get through.
Absolutely. We're unpacking ADE itself, the sheer scale, the trends, everything, but also 2 huge follow-up announcements from Armin van Buuren that couldn't be more different.
Right. We've got his new acoustic album, Piano, which is super introspective.
And then, bam, the lineup reveal for a State of Trance Mexico 2025, which is all about fusion and energy. So, quite the contrast.
Definitely. But first, ADE itself. You really need to grasp the numbers to understand its impact. We're talking over 300 artists.
More than 1,200 events. That's just staggering.
And think about the locations, nearly 250 of them. It wasn't just the usual spots like Shelter, Paradiso, Melkweg.
No, they used everything. Art galleries, boats, these massive industrial warehouses. It stops being just a festival at that point.
Exactly. It's more like an ecosystem, a complete electronic music ecosystem.
And that's actually how the organizers structure it, isn't it? They talk about 4 pillars.
Yeah, 4 distinct areas. It shows it's much more than just parties.
Okay, let's break that down for you. So the one everyone knows is ADE Festival. That's the main performances, the live shows.
Right, the big public-facing part.
Right.
But then there's ADE Pro. That's crucial. It's all about the conferences, the industry networking, figuring out where things are headed.
The business end. Got it. Then pillar 3.
That's ADE Lab. Really cool initiative. It's focused on the next generation, artists, producers, people wanting to get into the industry. Lots of workshops, master classes, that kind of thing.
Okay, nurturing talent. And the last one.
ADE Arts and Culture. And this one felt particularly strong this year. It's where they deliberately blend electronic music with, well, art and culture, often in really unique, unexpected venues.
Right, so let's talk ADE Pro first. The industry side. What were the big conversations happening there?
Well, longevity was a key theme. You had people like Armin van Buuren, Hannah Lang, Joris Voorn talking about the future. ASOT's 25th anniversary is coming up, so they were discussing that, but also just how festivals need to evolve generally.
Interesting. And sustainability keeps coming up, right? The ADE green panels.
Oh, massively. And it feels like it's moved beyond just talk now. There's real focus on practical steps. Clean energy solutions like, could hydrogen power stages? How do we manage recycling better? Responsible travel for attendees.
Ethical decisions, climate conscious touring. It's becoming unavoidable, I guess.
Pretty much. The question isn't if anymore, is how do we actually do this without bankrupting everyone? It's a tough balance.
Okay, so that's the industry view. What about the festival side? What sounds were dominating?
Techno? Again, but maybe with more texture this year. Well, you had huge techno moments. Charlotte de Witte at Debossy's, for instance. But the big one was probably Awakenings bringing Amelie Lenz's Exhale concept to Sugar Factory.
Ah, Exhale. That's her specific brand, isn't it? Fast, hard techno.
Exactly. And the lineup reflected that. Nika Moreno, Erod, Kobasil, Kobayo, serious heavy hitters in that specific high-energy style.
It's interesting, though, isn't it, how a sound defined as underground gets such a massive platform at ADE. Does that kind of dilute it?
That's the perennial question, right? Commercial versus authentic. What you get at ADE is maybe the most polished, high-production version of that sound, and clearly there's a huge audience for it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't only techno.
No, definitely not. The Slam Studio, for example, at the Roommate Hotel Etana, they had a really diverse lineup.
Yeah, Joris Voorn, Maddox, Laura Van Dam, Medusa B2B Genesi.
Charlie Sparks, Lucas and Steve. It's quite the mix.
And then you have the dedicated live shows, which are always a different experience. Paul Kalkbrenner presenting his new album, The Essence, with Loveland at the theater. That sounds incredible.
Yeah, proper immersive stuff. Before we hit the really big shows, though, let's circle back to that arts and culture pillar, because some of those venue choices were, wow.
Totally. Using Danube Kirk, that's a 15th century church, first time ever used for electronic music during ADE.
And putting Honey Dijon in there with the Zio Gospel Choir, that's a statement.
It really is. It's bridging worlds, saying this music belongs in these revered cultural spaces. It is culture.
And there were others too, right?
Yeah, the Artist Planetarium had these full dome concerts, I imagine the visuals, and Fabrique des Lumières had Stu doing shows with massive projections. It really felt like a deliberate elevation of the art form.
Okay, now for the massive nights. The traditions. Let's start with the ASOT 10-hour special on Thursday. Always huge.
Huge. And this year, really telling in terms of genre blending. You had the Trance Foundations, of course, Matt Fax, Alain Fila, Giuseppe Ottaviani, Nil Six, Will Atkinson.
But alongside them,
major techno players. Lilly Palmer, Nicole Mudaber, Adam Beyer, sharing the same broadcast, the same space.
But that convergence really is the story.
Absolutely. And look at the B2Bs. Cosmic Gate B2B Avira Classic meets modern progressive.
And the closer. Armin B2B, Hannah Lang.
Yeah. Hannah Lang's blown up this past year with that hard trance, high-energy sound that borders on techno. That pairing, it tells you a lot about the direction Armin's embracing. Faster, harder.
Okay, so that sets the stage for the grand finale weekend event, Amsterdam Music Festival, AMF.
Right, the big stadium show that closes things out. Pure spectacle.
And the lineup reflected that. Big room energy, Oliver Heldens, John Summit.
Hardwell, Miss Monique Morton, Sarah Landry, Sub-Zero Project. Just massive names.
And another significant B2B there too, Armin and Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki brings that powerful house and techno vibe.
All right.
Again, showing Armin's versatility playing across different styles, which, funnily enough, leads perfectly into his next big move.
The complete opposite direction, the unveiling of his acoustic album, Piano, announced right there amidst the ADE buzz at the Apple Store.
It was a curveball, wasn't it? But fascinating. He called it his most intimate, honest work.
He said it's been brewing for 5 years. 15 tracks, he described them as pure pieces without rhythm, just focusing on melody.
It's a deep dive into his core as a musician. He said piano melodies have always been the base of his music, and he cited influences like Vangelis, The Orb, but also classical and rock. It feels like a need to get back to something fundamental.
And the way he recorded it, did you read about that?
Tell me.
Apparently, the whole thing was done in one continuous take, over 7 days. At Concert Lab in Utrecht, a studio built specifically for fine arts music, not dance music.
Wow. That's intense, like a performance piece itself.
Exactly. And it's not just him solo. There's a cellist, a chamber orchestra, violinist Lisa Jacobs involved. It sounds incredibly rich.
And mixed in Dolby Atmos, too. He did a special listening session afterwards, talking about how Atmos enhanced the emotional space of the music, not just the sound. It's evolution through looking inward.
Which is the perfect description. Introspection. So you have that, one side of his transformation, and then almost immediately we get the details for ASOT Mexico 2025.
The other side. Total Fusion, Maximal Energy, happening November 8th in Mexico City at the Velodromo Olímpico. And the theme is explicitly transformation.
And the lineup is built to show that journey, right, over the 8 hours.
Precisely. It kicks off at 6 p.m. with Enya melodic, progressive vibes to ease people in.
Then TDJ keeping it progressive, but with that 2000s nostalgic feel that's popular right now.
Exactly. Then at 8 p.m., Ruben Durande steps up. He's the anchor, bringing that progressive trance energy, probably leaning into his faster Energy 2000 alias to really lift the tempo.
Okay, building blocks then.
9 p.m., Giuseppe Ottaviani live. You know what you get there, uplifting trance, but he always weaves in techno influences now. He's a master at that hybrid sound.
And then a big shift at 10 p.m.
Yeah, Morton. Future rave time. That fusion of trance melodies, techno drive, even hard techno elements, really pushing the energy level.
Leading into the main event.
Armin van Buuren himself from 11 p.m. for almost 2 hours. The centerpiece.
But the real statement, the culmination of this transformation theme is that final hour.
Oh yeah. From 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., Armin van Buuren B2B, Lilly Palmer.
Boom! There it is.
That's the headline. Lilly Palmer, known for relentless hard techno. Pairing her with Armin for the closing set of an ASOT event, it's transformative, literally.
It's a massive statement about where the ASOT sound is going, or at least where it can go. Total genre fusion, trance meets techno, head on.
Absolutely. It shows the boundaries are just dissolving. And it must be quite something for the fans there, especially those who snagged those last-minute on-stage tickets they released.
Yeah, releasing those after the main tickets sold out just weeks before. Pretty cool move.
So wrapping it all up, ADE 2025 showed us the industry is grappling with big structural things like sustainability and cultural integration. That's the necessary framework.
But artistically, these two Armin announcements side by side are incredibly revealing.
You've got the outward transformation, ASOT Mexico, embracing techno, full fusion.
And the inward transformation, the piano album, stripping everything back, focusing on pure, intimate melody. Containment versus convergence.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it mean to evolve in electronic music right now? Is it about blending everything together? Or is it about finding something deeper, more personal, more introspective? Maybe it's both.
A fascinating question to leave our listeners with. What does the future sound like? Fusion, introspection, or something else entirely?
Definitely something to chew on.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Electronic Music Addicts podcast. Don't forget to follow us for more information and analysis about the world of electronic music.
See you soon.
And remember, turn the world into a dance floor.